And good morning. Live. Oh, mercy. Okay. Well, that's good. That is what the doctor ordered. Sorry, my friends. A little exhausted this morning. Hey, Joe. Good morning. First of all, sorry for a late start today. Good day, Light. How are you? Being nectar from the gods, man. Absolutely necessary, right? Okay. I did use this MG34 on the tank, which has now migrated itself up top there where it's a little safer. Light. So, revolutions start at coffee shops. Yes, they start. Yes, they do tend to start at places where people imbibe. Normally it's booze, but coffee is just as good. Anyway, the desk is actually the desk and all the stuff here are done, which I'm happy with. The only thing I've left to do, and I'm not going to do it now, is to just cut in all the places where all these bottles are going to go. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to do that quite yet. Anthony, good morning. Hello. Tired. Yesterday was it started out remarkably unproductive. What did I do yesterday morning? I actually went upstairs and took a nap at some point, and then got ready for the rest of the day. My daughter, my older daughter, is part of a. I keep forgetting to bring that shit down. She's part of a roller derby league in Central Mass, and they had she's part of the league, but she is still in the learning phase. So they're teaching them how to skate because she broke her arm. She can't do her assessment, but she's always going up there. And I was up there for their first game, and yet last night was their last game of the season, home game. Well, King George had banned the grouping of shops and tea stated by Colony, so coffee shops. Interesting. Good evening, Edwin. How are you, my friend? The AM Elder. If nothing else, Elder is correct. I need to ask about the paint stirrer. Can you measure it for me? I can. Which paint stirrer are we talking about? Are we talking about something like this? Or are you talking about something more like this? Or the mix, the vortex mixer? Either way, I can do that for you. Did not find something similar here, so I'll make the stirrer myself. Yep. Okay. So, anyway, so the last game was last night, and we're the Bay State Brawlers, and I'm going to tell you right now, their team got clobbered, and the team that they played against was the Western Mass Furies. Wow. Morning, gang. Morning, Ken. Coffee shops are nice, but it would be nicer if the next revolution will not collect so expensively on each person. I agree with you completely, Light. So they had a person on there Her name was Lammy. She wore the numbers 999, which personally I love that number because it reminds me of Galaxy Express 39, which I love to death. Leiji Matsumoto. But anyway, I'm watching her. She is whipping around that course and leaving everybody in the dust, including her own team. I mean, she was wicked fast. And when and the way Derby works, you're supposed to break through the defensive line if you're the jammer, the offensive person, is she's whipping around. She is literally going full speed at him. And then as she gets to him, she literally pivots around and goes around everybody. I'm watching this thing and it's like, what the fuck just happened? So later on, when I asked my daughter, it's like, that person's fantastic. She goes, oh yeah, that's Lammy. She's a world class, like she's on a world team in addition to this. Like, that makes sense. Wow. Now, the rest of her team was very solid too. Don't get me wrong. And certainly, I think the final score was something like 180 to like 80, 78 or something like that. It was a trouncing. But don't get me wrong. The Brawlers played extremely well, but they were definitely in a different league with the Furies. But it was a fascinating thing to watch. And I got to tell you, the more I watch Derby, the more I love Derby. I'm loving it to the point where it's like, no, I don't want to do the Derby thing. It's like, skating looks kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So morning, everyone. Edwin. So now, Edwin, what would you like me to measure? I will bring out let's see, the one that was like the coffee sir, the dimensions and thickness. Oh, the thickness of the head. All right. So this one right here. I'm just trying to see if they even have dimensions listed here. So this package right here. So they've got two ends. They got the spoon end, so you can get your Coke and sniff it. Joke. And then they got the other end, which is they call more of the stirring end. Coffee frother, my favorite coffee tool. Coffee frothers are great, right? They work. The only issue is, especially like I've modified mine, the buzzing one with the battery. Got it. Okay, so that's different. Yeah, that's okay. So Edwin, now we're gonna talk again. This is my original one. It's made by Badger. Okay. I ground down the top of it because this is another one that I have. And if you take a look at the ends here, they're different. I ground down this one in order to fit into a Vallejo bottle. So you pop up the top and this thing will sneak in there and you can stir it. Because at the time I was only using Vallejo. Tamiya paints as well, but primarily using Vallejo. Since then, with the larger mouth bottles, and I picked this one. This one came from the Kirk collection. This has become my go-to one. But I will measure that for you. I'm going to measure this one because I think this one's more standard size, but I also think it's important that some of these things may vary. So, all right, let's get the measuring tool, and I'm going to go across the worst of it. Edwin, this one measures across approximately 11 millimeters, maybe just a little bit over. 11 millimeter, 1. And now you want the thickness of it. So thickness, you want basically from the metal, from the shaft up, the thickness of that. It's called 3.5 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter. So I was listening to the and I've commented on this. I was listening to the Built Sideways podcast. They've done 2 with one of our friends here, Mason. Mason is it's sort of de facto become the communications director for Patriot. Thanks. Now I have enough data to model one. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, especially if you make a head that goes onto a shaft that if you 3D print it, that'd be kind of interesting. And can resin handle? I'm assuming resin can handle what they call it, lacquer thinners and harsh chemicals, enamel thinners. Hey Nick, what's going on, brother? But anyways, listening to the recent Built Sideways podcast, Mason did 2 episodes. The first one was kind of focusing on Patriot, on PatCon and other local shows and that kind of thing. And then this last one also had True Gumpla, Joel on. Nice guy. And it was a wild mess. But there were a few things that they talked about that were really cool. They did bring up as an example the importance of knowledge, right? And knowledge in our age right now, it's kind of relating to what we just did. Why would I ever put a paywall up for telling you what this is? If this is knowledge, right? One of the things that I appreciate very much about our hobby is that I think in general, most people like to provide helpful information, right? We like to help people out. This is a not a small hobby, but I think we do this more for the passion of it. If you're in this to make money, this is kind of the thing that I always, it's like, why don't you do like a Patreon or make money? I don't want to make money off of this. It's just not that important. Sure, would I like more money? Yeah, but not through my hobby. But I think the concept of we're sharing ideas, and why is it that in order for me to do something, I've got to get something back monetarily? I thought Joel brought up a very valid point about that. It was very, very well said. I'm doing a less good job than he did. Let's put it that way. But I thought it was a good point. The rest of the show, I think, was like and it was, like I said, it was a bit of a hot mess, but it was good. I'll put it somewhere in the show. Everyone will probably print in PETG. Okay, great. Thank you, Edwin. Yeah, I would love to see that. So the desk is cleaned off. In fact, so yesterday, as I'm cleaning off some parts of it, I cleaned off. I could have tossed this out, but as I'm moving it, I heard a crack. And it's like, oh, well, what happens if I continue to just remove all of the CA and putty and everything like that? And holy shit, it's like, look, that's a few years worth of stuff that kind of got built up on there. That was kind of cool. I threw out the rest of it, but that's kind of cool. It's a few millimeters. I mean, that's many millimeters thick. It's stupid. Money, I'd rather share my ideas and tricks with all my friends. Yeah, I agree. And I don't. I guess I don't understand. I think what it comes down to is if you're looking to make this into a business, some respect, okay? But if you're going to make it into a business, keeping in mind, a business is a transaction. So if I give you something, I expect a lot more in return. In fact, I've given to a few Patreon things over the years, and I stopped after a while. I was a patron of Martin Kovac, Night Shift, for a while. It's like, this guy's making gajillions of dollars. I'm paying for his YouTube ads and everything like that. He doesn't need another $1 or $2 from me a month. It's just not valuable. Thank you very much for the information, Martin. I'm certainly watching your videos in their entirety, and you're getting something from me through the advertising that YouTube does, right? People say I really sold out when I turned from sign spinner to panhandling at the intersection. Why can't you do both? Why can't you spin a sign and panhandle at the same time? See, that's a real professional. That's why you're not one. Ken. Fuck me. Anyway. But making money at this, I do appreciate it, right? You know, making money at this, let's go find something else to do. You know, I'm also, you know, like I think everybody's got their shtick for whatever they do on YouTube, and you know, and I think people here, I hope, understand. I'm not doing this to show everybody, look how cool of something I can do, and hey, help me build my channel up so I can become a, you know, a YouTube influencer. And fuck you, Nick, before you say anything. But you know, we do this because I'm hoping everybody understands this is done because I just really want to talk to people in the morning and have a good time. I just want to have a good time. And I'm hoping other people appreciate this too, you know, that we're just doing this because, you know, what else do we have to do, you know, at 6 a.m. in the morning where we are here? And Edwin, I think what's probably 6 p.m., 7 p.m. your time, maybe a little later. I may diversify in the future just to keep my artistic integrity. Good plan. Anyway, so I'll do a quick show and tell, and then I'm going to put something on this desk and let's start working on it. I don't think I want to work on the freebie Gundam right now. I think generally the construction on this thing is done. It's just about stripping it apart now and getting some primer on, at least as much as I can remember. Why is it always me you get mad at? That's bad influencer mojo right there. Yeah, I'm going to influencer hell, Nick. Hey, Mike, good morning. God bless you, Nick. God bless you. Oh my God, that was good. All right, so Friday's meeting, right? We have a we do a raffle, and I usually will kick in depending how much money I feel like I've got at the time, anywhere between $5 and $20 or whatever into the raffle. We continue to do extremely well with the raffle, which is fantastic. And the guy who's running it, Chris Kizik, he's made it like his personal mission. Like this guy is like latched onto the raffle and is trying to make things extra special, right? Influencing is a moral burden. It's a lot better to just exist. Yeah, I'm in your camp on that one, Light. It's just like, you know, I don't. What am I going to influence over, right? The concept of influencing, again, I've had many years of this conversation. It's like I want nothing to do with it. Don't care, whatever. So at the during the raffle, I once again won. And one of the raffle items, we have a certain higher tier. If we sell X number of tickets, there are a couple of additional prizes that become available. And one of those that became available was this portable toolkit from, I guess it's available from, I'm sure it's not just now, but Andy's Hobby Headquarters, where Chris got it from. And I actually haven't even gone through all of it. I just saw it. It's like, oh, a portable toolkit like this. I was kind of looking for something that's soft that I can get tossed into a larger bag. It does include a really shitty little mat. I mean, this thing is thin. Let's take a look at this. That's a cool satchel. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I'd like to, actually, I don't think it's quite a satchel anymore. I think they now call them man bags. The only thing that would make it better if it was made by Louis Vuitton. Fuck Louis Vuitton. I know, nice man purse. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. I mean, in all honesty, I just love that this is like soft sided. I can just drop it right into, and it's got multiple pockets, and I can drop it right into my courier bag. Done modeling the stirrer head. We'll get the coffee frother and attach it. Nice. Edwin, if you wanted to get that information out publicly on here on YouTube, you can email me that information and I will put it I'll post it in YouTube if you'd like. If not, I get it. That's not a problem. So there you go. It's a tiny little mat. Like, I imagine this thing is going to get cut to shreds in no time flat. But nice to have a little portable something if you need to carry something with you. I'll probably find a better quality one than this and tuck it in here at some point. Let's see what else is in this man bag. I'll test it first before releasing it to the wild. Yeah, sounds good. I'm sorry, Joe. What's that? The first pocket's got nothing. What's the second pocket got? The second pocket's got nothing. Plenty of places to put stuff in. Oh, and what's in here? Wow, it's got a lot of good shit in here. A lot of good space. So this is a portable toolkit. Wow. I'm not going to lie. This is actually really nice. Damn, actually, not going to lie. This is actually quite nice. You get a pretty crappy pair of nippers, but fine. It's a pair of nippers. One set of straight tweezers. A set of angled tweezers. A hobby knife and blades. Basically a nail file. Perfect for filing, with a heavier grit one and a this is nice, really aggressive diamond file. George will probably write it on the forgotten blog, I suppose, to fill. Oh, probably. Sorry, Edwin. But yes, please, when you get all that information ready, and if it looks like it's a go, I'll definitely post it to the group. I put LV back on the map. He's kind of cool, yeah. Mark Jacobs. Who's Mark Jacobs? Sorry, guys, I apologize. That's the nice win for a guy that travels back and forth for the time. Yeah, exactly. When I saw it, that's exactly what I thought, Nick. It's just having something that makes it easier to carry a lot of this stuff. Currently, what I'm using is I'm using a pencil case, which you guys have probably seen. And it's good, but I just toss everything in there and then every now and then try to dig something up. Also, some of the pointy stuff is kind of ripping through. I think this will be a nicer way to go. I will likely end up giving this toolkit away because I've already got, all the different tools that I need for this. And this could be something that somebody else might appreciate more. In fact, I might even see if I can find a better set of nippers to throw in here. These are pretty bad. They're not supposed to be springy. They're not really springy. I got a slightly better hobby knife than that. So these will find a different home. But who knows? Maybe it'll be a nice little giveaway at a. Well, I will say, polishing cloth, not a bad idea. Toss that in here too. So there we go. And then and the last thing that it included, and this is something that I'm interested in putting together and seeing what it is. This is I guess what they call a Tamiya bottle holder. That it's on a Lazy Susan. Now, Mark James put LV back on the map. He's kind of cool, yeah? Probably not. Not a big fan of LV. And that's when he's a designer, invented heroin chic, total rebel, has long acrylic nails, white trash tattoos, only owns art. Interesting dude. Only owns art? Influencer already having a giveaway. He may own a house now. Could be wrong. Wow. Ooh, bottle holder, desk organizing. Yeah, exactly. The only thing is, my arrangement is a little bit tighter. I'm not sure if I have actually a space to actually put a rotating bottle holder here. Do I need it? No. So this may also be given away. I haven't decided yet. But the bag is the thing I really wanted. I'm really happy about that. So a much better way of transporting shit. And I had the opportunity to pick up some cool models. I almost did. I almost picked up a tank, but it's like, do I need another model? No. So this is under debate. I haven't decided on this one yet. It may stay here, but the toolkit is definitely going to be going. And this, I'm going to move upstairs with the cutting mat. I'm going to move upstairs. And those are going to be, this is going to become my new traveling case. Very happy about that. So with that, show's done. Nothing else to do. Oh, I guess I can work on a bottle. Double toss. But I'm really happy with my arrangement here. I actually did a lot of rearranging back up here. You can actually see some stuff has changed. I'm actually using some of the back half of the shelves now. I put the tank up top there just to get it out of the way so it doesn't get bumped and destroyed. I've kind of rearranged all of the tapes and stuff. So I now have all my masking supplies down here, cellophane tapes, masking tapes, painter's tapes. Just like I said, everything is kind of, the important stuff is within hand's reach. Like and subscribe to be on the list for the giveaway. You don't even have to do that. Sometimes you just have to ask. I'll tell you a story about that in a second. The version 2 of the paint stirrer done. Not the most refined, but it will probably, wow, that didn't take very long, Edwin. Damn. It reminds me of the embodiment of the Honey Badger video. Marc Jacobs doesn't give a shit. Nice. That's kind of cool. But I got to, is the whole concept of Louis Vuitton. That might be a conversation, because I think that's part of the conversation you and I had recently here about Supreme branding and logoing. Need to organize the backlog next. I'm actually doing that significantly. So the boxes that I'm bringing with all these models from the Kirk collection, they're really good moving boxes. And what I do is I'm trying to take models and kind of group them. So this is like I'm going to use a couple of examples. This is my Macross box, as much as I can fit into the box. And then if anybody goes to my spreadsheet, I actually have what box or bin everything is in. If it's new in a box, still new, ready to be built, it hasn't been touched yet, it goes into a box. If it's been assembled, it goes into a bin. And I mark down the bins, label them, and everything like that. I know those luxury brands get your goat. I'm into some luxury brands, just not the ones that are like all about. Again, conversation. I'd love to have that conversation with you at some point, Ken. I would. And again, my opinion can always be changed. Need to organize the backlog. So yeah, so everything on the spreadsheet, I actually do that. So I've got like 4 boxes now, and I've been putting things into boxes. Part of the reason for doing that is if for some reason, this next year is going to be a very interesting year, it is likely my wife is going to move back here in another year. God willing. My wife moves back here another year. And then at that point, I'm just going to try to better organize stuff here. The kids are going to start hopefully moving out. We get to take over some more of our space. But at least it allows me to put all that stuff in there, and I can go through my list and just say, okay, what do I want to work on? I can pull out that box and maybe go through it, or at least know where that stuff is stored. It's just a better way of organizing shit. All right. So with that said, why don't we get back to the T3485? I have to tell you, and I posted, did anybody, I'm not sure if anybody sees the post that I put on here on YouTube. I posted last night the AliExpress link to all the Meng tanks that are out there in 1/72nd scale, and they just announced the Leopard 2A4, which I will definitely pre-order. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going to pre-order that model. First of all, I love the Leopard. I think it's a great looking tank. And so far, every time I built one of the Meng 172 tanks, it's like it has been a pleasure. Just a fabulous, fabulous model. So I'll move these out of the way so I have a little bit more space to spread out. Look at that. I like that. Ooh, ow. So anyway, how's everybody's Saturday? And anybody got anything special going on today? I have some special stuff going on today. I tweaked my back yesterday. Not fucking happy about it. You see the video of the kid with the scanner tool at the Bandai Zoo? He was scanning the PG Unleashed. Oh, no shit. Tell us about your special stuff. I will. Saturday was so good that my head hurts today. Oh, so it was so good because I imbibed so much. My brain is killing me. Wow. At noon, some friends coming over for some brunch. Nice, Joe. Tell us about your special stuff. I will tell you about my special stuff after you tell me about your special stuff. Attaboy, Nick. Attaboy, you drunken lout. Okay. Let's see where we last left off. I don't even remember where the hell I left off on this thing. So, as an FYI, this is the Flyhawk T-34-85. As an FYI, in case anybody's interested. Yeah, that guy scanning the PG is all over Facebook. Oh, I may have made a comment about Dobbin or something. Really? Working on the never-ending deck project. Well, you're in the dog days of summer. Hopefully we'll get a chance to enjoy it in September, maybe October. Put in a shift, did you? Tylenol, Gatorade, and coffee are what I'm having right now. Nice. And what put you into this position, dare we ask? What were you imbibing? Breakfast of champions. Breakfast of putting the pain away. So this morning, I get to drop off my younger daughter with one of her new upcoming dance team members, dropping her off, and then they're going to be going down to Quinnipiac and then down to Temple University, of all places, funny enough, down to Temple for a 4-day seminar for the dance team. And then I'm going to take my older daughter and I'm going to drop her off. I think it's out South Station, where she's going to be taking the train up to spend the week with my wife. So let's do the math. My younger daughter's gone, my older daughter's gone, and my wife lives up in Maine. It's going to be me and the 4 cats for the next bunch of days. Just some beers, some Stella and Vodo Ranger IPA. I don't know about Vodo. Interesting. Like, just do a shot of Gatorade powder. It's faster than down with coffee. Jesus. That sounds like it'll kill you dead. All right, so all the stuff that I'm doing on this tank is going to be irrespective of, yeah, I'm not going to put any of that stuff on. It's not photo etch. No, but the pieces that go on the side of it are photo etch. Over here, Treehouse Beer. Voodoo, or Transcend. Oops. I guess I'm supposed to drill some holes in the base. I can do that. I don't know why. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to figure out why am I drilling a hole? Oh, and that thing. I think I already did that. Nope, I didn't. Gotta drill some holes. And you asked me this before. Is it a local? Yes, from Mass. Yes. Oh yeah, Treehouse. Yeah, I think he has asked about that. I will say, when we were down in Maryland, it was nice that we were able to try some Maryland beers. I guess it's one of the nice things about beer is, especially with a lot of the small breweries, the local breweries, is when you go to an area, it's almost like if you think back to like the olden days where we didn't have like corporate, like, oh, you can get a Bud or a Miller or whatever people throw up to. But you can go to a brewery, or you can go to a pub and just basically get what's the beer of the pub kind of thing. Bell's Winter Lager or Blackberry Mead. Yeah. Anything with fruit and alcohol don't go well with George. Let's drill some holes. Few holes to drill. Question: what size bit do I need? Oh, open hole. That's nice, but it doesn't tell you what size. Okay, fine. Fuck you. We'll figure it out. Can't tell even if I've drilled those. I think I have. Yeah. Okay, let's break out the 0.8. Let's go to the 0.6. Used to be a pub here called Bilbo's, and their house brew was called Baggins Brew. Man said that place is gone, but it was Tolkien themed. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Anthony, why did it close? Just not enough business, or it's kind of sucks when you hear about something like that. That sounds like it would have been a really cool a cool place to visit. There we go. I think I'm opening up 500 million holes here. One, two, three, four, five. Five. Yeah, 5. I think the city of Akron wanted the land for the university. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You'd hope that they would do so, and the person would be able to open up. You want the thing, that's fine, but you're gonna have to compensate me enough to be able to move my business elsewhere, compensate me for all of it. Otherwise, why am I doing this? Yeah, that's a bummer. So why are you giving me a question mark there? Question mark. Why question mark? Optional. Okay. Pushed a bunch of businesses out and told them they were buying it for this price and had to be out by this time. It was crazy. Yeah. Huh. That sucks. Nothing like claiming eminent domain for stuff like that. Well. Guys, give me a second here. I'm just going to take a look at the top of the hull again just to see if there's any more holes I need to make. I may start assembling the wheels right now, too. And I might actually ask some of the modeling professionals a question. The guys who do armor bet more than I do. I get a cat tree. They love it. No fights yet. That's good. Guy I work for is a brother, had a bar there. Also, that happened to he decided it wasn't worth it to start over in another location. Ugh. So can I ask Anthony what became of these people? That sucks. Okay, leave that there. I'm going to work on some wheels. Then we're going to get back to this. So the question I have is whether or not I want to assemble all of this. I'll show you that. So you assemble all of that. And I can glue it all together. So you assemble the wheels, you temporarily put the wheels on, and then you assemble the tracks around, right? Do they have a... No, they're not showing it. So you assemble the tracks. And then you can just take the whole part off and then slide it back on afterward. The question is, do you paint the wheels first and then work on the tracks and then slide the whole thing on? Or do you just paint the whole thing after the whole thing is assembled? Nothing like manual labor to remind you you're not a young guy anymore. Oh, yes, Mike. Ain't that true? The brother passed away a few years ago. I don't know what happened to the owner of Bilbo's. Yeah. Lovely. Paint we. We're painting. What are we painting, Peter? We're painting ourselves. We're painting we. By the way, good morning, Peter. What's going on, brother? Paint wheels and running gear first, I would think. Yeah, I would think the same thing. I have to go for now. See you tomorrow. Edwin, have a wonderful evening, my friend. Thank you for chiming in. And yeah, keep us posted on the stirrer thing. Peter, hi. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Do the wheels, fully assemble, fully paint the wheels, and then do that track stuff. So yeah, the only thing is, can I assemble? I may experiment with this afterward. I don't think there are skirts. No, there are no skirts. Oh, that's good. Theoretically, I should be able to slide all of that stuff in after I do the full assembly. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, good. We're going to start with the wheels. Sorry, I hate typing on this thing. I'm half asleep. Yeah, typing on a phone. Ugh. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Okay, let's just start from 4.0. Anyway, we are working on a tank. Why? Because I do like working on armor. And in fact, I was so tempted to start another Meng, and it's like I've got like 3 tanks started, and it's like, no, finish off what you got first before you dive into working on another model. And what I'll probably end up doing, and I think I'm getting to the point where, Peter and I were talking on Friday night, and you got a bunch of projects on the bench, and I know everybody kind of does this as well, but the conversation was with Peter, and Peter's doing very hardcore projects. Like, Peter, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 hardcore projects, trying to wrap up before PatCon. God bless. But doing all 3 of these things at one time. Excuse me. I think I'm getting to that point where it's like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with just stopping a project and moving on to something that might be a little simpler, or something cool that just kind of caught your eye, as long as you do return to something. I could be getting back to the task or whatever, but I really want to wrap up this tank, and then we'll see what the next thing is going to be. I definitely want to get the freebie Gundam done this year. I want to get the SD Macross painted, Misa Hayase painted. With my family kind of being gone this week, there's a potential that I might be able to do some painting this week. We'll see. Everybody, you must have a bunch of stuff waiting for paint now. Oh, yes. Yes, Peter, I do. I'm just painting. It's like, I always feel painting is a chore. Whereas assembling and customizing and all that, it is my happy place. It is my happy place. By the way, guys, we're gonna probably take this until 7:45, and I gotta cut out and start getting the girls ready for us to leave. All right, let's do wheels. But they're telling me to glue the wheels on first, or at least position them first. I'll tell you right now, I'm not gluing them in place. No effing way. No effing way. Do I have all my tools here? No. I'll be right back, guys. I got to get my tools. All right, we are back. I just had all these things in the other room when I was working on the GPO3. Okay, can move this over to here. There we go. Look at that, a bench that I can work on. I have to get my day started. Have a great one, Space Marines. Keep your stick on the ice. Nice. Good one, Joe. I like that. Joe, have a great day, brother. Thank you for popping in this morning. Lovely as always. I'm about to sneeze. I can feel it. Pardon me. Wheels. Damn, those things are small. Detail on these things is so on point, though. Bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Anthony. So I guess I'll ask the question, with with Meng putting a lot of energy into their 1/72nd scale armor. And I know they're doing others as well, but they're putting out a lot of 1/72nd scale. I guess the question is there I'd love to I wish there was a place where one could find scale modeling statistics, because I'm that kind of geek. I'd love to know, how is 1/72nd scale doing internationally? How is 1/72nd scale armor doing in particular? Or 1/144 versus, say, 1/100 in Gundam, or 1/72nd scale planes versus 1/48 scale planes. I'll make some calls. Who do you know, Peter? Peter has somebody in the know. Peter, who do you know? You can't keep that to yourself. Am I doing this right? I think so. Sure. Peter knows people. I'm going to put these things on here. Actually, I'm not going to put them on here. I'm going to assemble them without this. And then I'm going to number them on the back afterward. Make some calls. I think we're going to not follow the directions exactly the same. How's that sound, my friends? We are going to invalidate the process. We are going to do it my own way, and I'm going to mark on here what I'm doing. So Peter tosses that out and then doesn't respond. Peter, I'm a little disappointed, my friend. I'm a little disappointed. Not going to lie. Hey, Mike, good morning. Are they high parts counts? Relatively, not as much as this, but yeah. Let's pull one out. Bradley. The only thing I don't like about these things, I don't like their boxes. What's going on, Mike? One, two, three, four, 5 runners. Mike, how's the housework going? The tool's already molded in, which is kind of nice. So there's one. I mean, pretty significant so far. Sounds good. I'm always on the lookout for lots of small. Oh, yeah, dude, this thing's got lots of little detailed parts on it. Let me take a look at this. I'll just continue to run this thing. The turret on this thing looks pretty sick. Even at that tiny scale, they've molded in the opening on the machine gun in the muzzle. Kim says, "Good morning. Pergola is 90% finished. Applying the second coat of this floor today. Then just need to tidy up some trim work. Nice. Hi, Kim. Good morning." Oh man, like the insides of that. Look at that. I'm telling you. Just the detail work. Anyway, you're getting the gist of it, right? Gist of it, right? What's interesting is the detail on this is just it's really impressive. And they're fun models to build. That's the thing that I've appreciated about these things. They've just been fun. They're not overly complex. It's like that the Vespid models. There's a lot of parts, a lot of detail, but they're not fun to work on. Then just have to finish up the stone walkway, and I'm calling it quits for this year. Nice. Only the stone walkway. When do you expect to be done, Mike? Looks good. Thanks. I've got a couple of Meng 130 for thanks on there. Gold mine. Oh yeah, but money. Yeah. That's the thing I like about these things. So like you can pick these things up. Again, I don't know the exact place that's selling them, but I'm assuming everybody's kind of in that same price point. These are about $20. You know. In fact, the shockingly enough, the howitzer that I just picked up, I ordered. You can get it cheaper now than when I ordered it. And as I mentioned, they even have the ZTQ-15 back in stock, which is really cool because I haven't seen that one in a while. And that's the blue tank that I did a couple years back. I loved that tank. Okay. I loved that little tank. Any luck today? Walkway is just about done. I have to finish up the 2-foot corner section. Nice, man. I got to tell you, Mike, you are making me jealous and making me want to go out there and do my own thing. I may have to tap some knowledge from you. It's like, so, because I would love to replace my deck, and I really would rather do it myself. And I know, okay, so I got two mics who are working on decks. It just dawned on me. Mike, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think, yeah, you mentioned the pergola, but I'm assuming you're working on the whole patio deck area. Is that correct? And Mike Forrestgos is working on a deck too. I'm working on a 172nd tank from Trumpeter, but the details are really soft. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Trumpeter stuff. I did the Trumpeter and Hobby Boss, I think, are the same company, right? I worked on the on their Merkava, not even in the same league as the one from Meng. No, the details, like for example, like the one thing that makes Merkavas very sort of besides the general shape, what makes them very well known is on the back of their turrets, between the turret and the hull, they have these ball and chain hanging all around the back of it, right? And granted, it's molded plastic with the Meng. It doesn't exist with the Hobby Boss. It's like, really? That's kind of iconic. Okay. Let's get the thin cement. I may be in the market for some thin cement sooner rather than later. Next week, I'm going down to Bristol, Rhode Island. I may actually put a little order together and pop over to Gundam Pros. It's been a while. I haven't been there in a little while. Pergola and had to redo the walkway getting to the video due to the chain. Do I change the entry into the garage under the pergola? Got it. I also like the fact that these parts are keyed. You really can't screw these things up. Well, I guess you can screw anything up. Okay. Leave that there for a second, and I'm going to number it. Yeah, it's AliExpress. I hate the, like I said, it's that's where I've been picking my stuff up. One, because they're readily available generally, well priced, and when they get introduced, they're the first ones to launch them. So a lot of the stuff that I've recently picked up, I don't think has even made it to the States yet. I intend to make those short trap chains for my Mach-E custom, but wasn't happy with how they came out. Mike, I'd love to have a conversation with you about what you tried. Stayed out way past my bedtime. Uh-oh, like Nick, probably had a few too many beers. Hopefully not. What's going on, Ray? Good morning. Looks like it only has, 1/35 scale. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason, it's like there seems to be this this thing about not having. Okay, this is not lining up. These are off, which we will fix. This morning, love that site for third-party kits and tools. Yeah, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of stuff on there that just does not make it here. No Beers was out flying RC planes at night. Ooh, nice. Hopefully they all made it safely back. They landed safely. I'd say I'll post pics for all to see, but no IG, and you're not on the Facebook, so I'll show you pics to pack on if there's time. Yes, we will make time, Mike. Use scale chain and the little balls from pull chain. Ooh, interesting. Mike, so what didn't work? Was it just didn't look in scale, or was it just a bitch to do? There we go. That's rolling well. So now let's thin cement it. We're talking about tiny balls. CA as usual. Nice. He's just not a CA as usual. Yeah, Mike. I know how much Mike loves his CA. Right there. I think that's my thinnest pen. It is. Why do you hate California so much? I know. Can you believe it? Okay. This is, oh, God, here we go. I got to figure out which side this is on. We're working on the left side, left one. L1. Okay. I don't even mark it on here. It's interesting. It's how sometimes it's just even like small things. It's like, why didn't I think about doing that before? Things like, why don't I just write in the manual after I've accomplished something? Check something off or just highlight something. John Bias talks about that all the time. It's like, I don't know why I don't think about it. Too flaky. I love California. Flaky and all. Never want to move out there though. Ten. Are all these wheels different? They can't all possibly be different. Why the fuck would you do that? Probably normal. So an RC turbine at the field yesterday. Cool getting the jet fuel smell in the air. Nice. Jet fuel. Ooh, wow. Big time. Big time mold line running down the middle of this. Eesh. Let's get that cleaned up, shall we? Anyway, I did hit the after the Brawlers game last night before I came home. I did hit the rail trail. So I know I talk about it a lot, and I probably should broaden it a little bit. But there's this one trail that's very convenient to the house, and it takes just under an hour to walk. Basically back and forth, trailhead all the way to the next trailhead, and then back. And it's just last night was just beautiful out there. I got there right what time? Just a little after 7, around 7, just before 7. So I was getting there right around dusk and everything. It was great. Nice, comfortable temperature. And as much as I tend to just kind of like all the clutter that's in my brain kind of just kind of sits there, and I think about a lot of that stuff, but also then you just hear like either the wind rustling through the trees, or you hear certain animal sounds, and it's like, man, this is it just takes you completely out of the shittiness of the world or whatever crap is running in my head. And it was great. I'm always impressed. And by impressed, I mean, I don't get it. Why it is that people like to do trail walks and then have headphones in. I don't get it. Can't imagine spending 10K plus on an RC airplane, but he does fly for Horizon Hobby. There you go. Get it at a discount. We missed the rail trail. There's a trail here near my house. It follows the highway, not relaxing. Yeah, no, that's a different beast altogether. Yeah. In fact, the one thing I'm going to try to do the next time I go up and visit Elisa, Mike, is, I usually try to go back the New Hampshire route, and that brings you right through the White Mountains, the forest and everything like that. And I don't care. Pull off, hit one of the trails, do like a quick half-hour walk, and get back in and drive home. Last night was beautiful. We took the kids down to the beach for a couple hours and watched the sunset. Oh, that's nice. Hey, Mike, how far is the beach from you guys? I would imagine not very far. So they can jam out, take it easy, Gramps. Nice. Yeah, they can jam out as much as they want. Why the fuck are you doing it? Sorry, no offense to those people who do that. It's stupid. Yes. Sorry. Yes. To your point, take it easy, Gramps. Yes, I'm a grumpy old man. 20 minutes. Oh, that's not so bad. I don't understand why you want to tune the world out when you're in a place where this is the place where you're tuning out the world. So I'm going to tune out all the real world stuff I have to deal with because I'm here, and I'm going to tune this out too. Why? Stupid. Fight me, Ray. Earbuds don't bother me when they bring a Bluetooth speaker. I'm talking about yes, I don't want to hear your phone conversation. I don't want to hear your fucking music. No. But at the same time, I'm just asking, what is the point? If you're out on the trail, why do you want to even listen to other stuff? Why don't you want to listen to nature? You're walking in nature. Why do you want to not listen to nature? Okay. Again, maybe I'm stupid. It's always a possibility. I just don't understand. Okay, I'm going to do a quick little measurement on something. I think I'm finding out why they do it the way they do it now. One mil. Sometime there is no point. You're correct. There is no point sometimes. Ultimately, do what you want. I would love to walk the trail around the reservoir near the stone church. I'd go there after a morning shift at UPS, cleanse the brain. Yeah, that's a beautiful trail. My daughter and I, Mia and I, Mike, God, it's got to be about a year and change ago. We started at the Holden end near where the what they call it. So Holden's a fairly large town, spread out. There's a lot of as you move further away from Worcester, it gets really sparse fast. It's great. There is a trailhead with two trails in Holden near where the town I call it the dump. It's where you take like all your shrubbery and your leaves and all that other stuff, right? And we started from there and we ended up near where that water tower is I guess at that point, that's West Boylston. That had to be a 6-mile walk, easy back and forth. What a glorious trail that was. I love doing that, but that's definitely giving yourself, you're doing 2 hours worth of that. Hey, Keel, good morning. What's going on, my friend? Now, this is where I've got to find stuff that I put in here. So I did find, before I forget, a whole bag of that brass. I did buy all that brass stuff. I was really excited about that. I don't know why I have a big ball bearing there, but okay, I've got a ball bearing. Keel, making coffee. Yes, nice. You do the sleeping giant trails when you visit your daughter. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dude, right across the street. I remember we're driving into the admissions area. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. From my understanding is the I love them. The dance team, every now and then the dance coach says, all right, get your sneakers on. We're doing that. But aren't we supposed to be practicing dance? You need to hit that trail. I love it. It's nuts. Go on a cool day. Yeah. Well, fall's coming up, and I plan on visiting my daughter on more than one occasion. Hey, Dad, when are we going to hang out? Fuck you. I'm going to go do a trail walk. Oops. I'll use that one. Also can find another small one here. .8. Oh, what's that? No. I love all these little bits and bobs in here. This is great. That one is too large, I can tell right now. Yeah, 1.14, a little too large. That place is great. Sup, Mike? Trails are hard, but there is one that almost goes vertical. Yeah, I remember watching some of the, like at the trailhead, just watching it. And it's like, ooh, you definitely have a little bit of a steep climb at some point, which is all well and good. You know, it's funny. The older, it's amazing how much I've, you know, my interests have changed over the years with stuff like that. Like, you know, I would have preferred to jam down trails like that and harder trails on a mountain bike back in the day. And now I just really appreciate just being able to take in the walk and just seeing the terrain. I'm finding the older I'm getting, I'm becoming more observational. Like, I love seeing things. Like, I'll just like hang back and just like observe. Like when I was watching the Brawlers game last night, I'm kind of frozen just watching like the details, the techniques that these women are doing. It was fabulous. Oh yeah, got the chock full of nuts this morning. Gonna be a great day. Nice. It is. Got hit hard with a tornado past few years back and leveled all the huge wine pines at the base. Oh, that sucks. We drove the Aussie Crawlers up that trail. White Trail is my favorite. I'm looking forward to checking it out. You aren't doing a bomb run on that trail. If you do, make sure someone is filming. Yeah. I in some ways I do miss the days of mountain biking. I miss them a lot. And at other times it's like, you know what? Those were good times. I'm happy where I am now. Okay. We've got that. We're going to put that away. But that mountain bike is going to be coming out again at some point. When? Don't know yet, but it'll be coming back out. Try not to shuffle off this mortal coil without mountain biking one last time. Okay. Bombing runs, man. I miss bombing runs. I know I'm going to try it differently next time. Coffee, how much time I got? Fuck, 10 minutes. In fact, let me start texting everybody, letting them know when we are leaving. Get Mia. Sorry, guys. I just got to make sure I do this. Get me. Can't type for the save my fucking life today. There we go. All right. Mountain biking fun, not so much getting back up. Oh yeah, I do appreciate the surroundings more though. Yeah. I'm looking forward to breaking out. I got to. It's interesting to see how much mountain bikes have changed. So watching the tour this last time, I'm not going to go into it. First of all, congratulations to Pogacar. He did a fabulous job last week. Hopefully this week I'll get a chance to watch some of the women's tour. But watching the the tour last week. So back in the day when we were cycling and everything like that, socks, right? So you always wore, basically, shin high socks. Now I guess it's like everybody wears like ankle highs, or they're coming up to like the high part of your calf, and it's like somebody was actually wearing shallow or short socks, and it's like, oh, look at that, that's so old school. I'm looking at my sock collection. It's like that's all I got. How much the technology has changed. Indoor chores done. If I'm going to get things done outside, I better get and have a great day, everyone. Mike, you too, brother. You as well. How things change. Wearing low-rise socks currently. Yeah, that's what I wear. I love wearing them. But I guess they're faux pas now. Yeah, whatever. Ooh. Before we do that, I think I missed. Not do a very good job of eliminating that mold line. And that's the one on the front. There we go. Okay. Oh, me too. I got old man socks and Vans on. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I just got socks tattooed on. Best decision I made in a while, Peter. L2. Called the new. I heard Vans called the new dad shoe for real. Dude, they are. I love that kind of sneaker loafer thing. Vans are the new Balance. Really? That's much go to low socks and Vans. That's my go-to. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like for me, it's like that and my Columbias. I love that. Low socks and Columbias. Hitting the trail that way. Yep, my son told me that and I laughed. Fuck me. Yeah, that's my go-to. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So it is interesting, right? So I guess Vans have become what, like, I used to wear Vans back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, we know that, Dad. Thanks. And we wear whatever new shit. What is the new thing that replaces Vans? Or are kids wearing Vans now too? My feet, I can't wear mine anymore. My feet are fucked. Mike, how so, man? I said, nah, we just been wearing them since 1988. Yeah. So what are the kids wearing now then? And Mike, what do you wear instead of Vans? I mean, I'm like orthopedic shoes or something. You seem like a Saucony guy. Yeah, not so much. Definitely not. Definitely not. That piece of brass there. 8. Okay, hold it a second. 10 and 9. Where's 8? Oh, yeah, okay. Jesus. It's wrong. Hookah. Is that the name of the shoe? A hookah? Really? We are talking about shoes, right? And hey, dudes are for old people. Hey, Dwayne, good morning. Probably spelled it wrong. Hey, dudes. Hoka are for old people. Really? So what are the kids wearing? That's it. It's a good word, Dwayne. Kids wear Crocs. Oh, please tell me no. No. Are you fucking kidding me? Struggle bus today, up late. Yeah. Hopefully you were up late for good reasons, Dwayne. Crocs. Swim fins. What the fuck? Gaming. Crocs. Okay, so I'm not a skater, but how do you skate with Crocs? High heel mud boots. Yeah, that one makes sense, right, Mike? Guess I'm in shoe midlife crisis. I have Vans and Crocs. Crocs. Okay, hey, teach their own. High heel mud boots. Yeah, dude, Nick, you're starting to sound like an old man. High heel mud boots. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know my girls are usually into things like fuck. I'm gonna do this wheel and then we're gonna call it a session. I just realized how late it is now. I think skaters are wearing Uggs now. That's what I was gonna say. Is Uggs? I mean, are they really wearing Uggs and skating? Oh, okay, sure. A lot of schools. A lot of old school Nikes are back in Adidas. Really? Vans and hey dudes for me. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta tell you, after getting my Columbias, I've been pretty happy with those. It's just because I want a shoe that I can wear at work and then I can just immediately go hit a trail with. Oh, come on. There we go. Fitment. It's okay. Not so okay. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to get these things aligned. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let's see what I'm missing here. My daughter's obsessed with Nike and it kills me. Oh, yeah. Kills you because of Nike as a company, or kills you because of the cost of Nikes? I want shoes from Hookups again. So expensive now. Yeah, remember those kangaroo sneakers with the zip pocket? No, I blanked that out. Those need a comeback. Kangaroo sneakers with the zipped pocket. No shit. Fuck Nike. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that front. I am not disagreeing with you on that front. Some of them had Velcro in the tongue for a pocket too. Wow. Really? That's some crazy shit. I'm not going to lie. L3. There we go. All right. And with that, my friends, time for me to bail. Put your diet pills in. Or your blood pressure medicine. Your high cholesterol meds. I had the Kangaroo shoes as a kid too. Wow, really? I don't remember those. I'm totally blocking all that stuff out. All right, we're going to leave that here like so. Put this marker away. There you all. Enjoy the day. Mike, you too, brother. Thanks for hanging out today. Always wanted ruse. Always got jocks. Sounds like a personal problem. Man, the Velcro on the pony shoes. Later, fellas. Later, Nick. Have a good one, brother. Okay, have a great day, George. See you tomorrow. You too, Anthony. Guys, thanks for being on this morning. Got to bail a little early so I can get ready to take my girls to places they need to be. Later, Keel. Guys, do good. Enjoy the day. Stay safe and stay sane. Later, Ken. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It is a crazy world. It is getting more insane on a daily basis. And it's up to us to try to make it better. Brighten it for somebody. Don't treat people like shit. Go out there and treat people like people. Anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all. And I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.